All right. It is your turn, Pearson.
Um, I know the NPCs technically are are part of the combat as
Hmm.
far as physically attacking goes, but would Pearson be able to call over to Kip and ask him to stand in front of the Dragon Canyon by this switch here and just tell him, "Don't let anyone get past you"?
I think
Would
that's
that be
perfectly,
feasible?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's perfectly fine and a great, reasonable way to involve them when you guys need them. Sure.
Okay, great, sweet. And so I'll just my turn. I'll just get out of his way,
Uh huh.
so Kip can do that, and I will just right now, since I had to talk and ask him to do that, I'll just move to here, and just if this guy's coming for me, I'll just try to block his way.
All
But
right.
that's my turn.
What I'll do is, since they've been standing there basically not doing much, what I'll do is anytime you guys do something like that, and I encourage you to if you need to, we'll say they do whatever they need to do to places after you ask them. So in other words, boss, and then they go.
Okay, sure, yeah, yeah, yeah.
All
That's
right.
all good.
All right. So it is boss's turn. He is going to look around eerily, and then he is going to attack Cole, who sent him to a strange dimension.
I didn't mean to. I didn't know what I was doing.
And this is the first attack, 24.
That hits.
All right, that's 15. And a second attack,
That hit.
27. That is another 10. So 25.
25. All right.
And then it is his turn again, so he is going to roll to disengage. It doesn't make it, so he's going to take an attack of opportunity as he dashes back up here to Jarek to attack him. Cole, give me a attack.
All right. I'm assuming this is just a basic attack.
Correct, just basic. That is a miss.
That's-
All right, he is attacking Jarek.
That is
16.
a failure.
Okay, and his second attack, 23.
That is not a failure.
All right, 10 hit points. And now it is, we'll say Kip's turn. So Kip kind of launches himself into the air a little bit and then lands in front of the machine and spins around.
Oh, that's the Dragon Cannon.
Yeah.
So
Oh, we all went to the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I would say that they will all be placed in front of that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't know what this is, but
Yeah.
it didn't look like a dragon
This
cannon.
is the, it's got an apparatus that has tubes and stuff leading up to the cannon. This looks like the control center, the place where you're at.
Wow.
This is control center, this is apparatus with tubes.
You're
Big on
heroes,
for
ladies and
roleplay.
gentlemen.
Yeah,
You're
big
Yes.
on for roleplay. Could have fucked that one up pretty bad. Like, why isn't it fitting?
All right, Finn, it is your turn.
Okay. It's well, I guess now it's closer. Can I make that?
Mm-hmm, you
I
can.
run at him.
Definitely.
Okay. Cool. Pulling out my 2 daggers, I'm gonna run at this mofo and I'm gonna slice and dice at him.
All right.
All right. So that is 1. So that's.
That is a miss.
And I'll roll again.
That is a miss.
Baby Junior, you try. Baby Junior's gonna scamper up. Da, 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 da.
That is a miss.
It's a critical
So
fail.
this golem, its body moves in ways that would be impossible for a human to move to avoid your daggers and Finn and Baby Junior's bite.
Oh, great.
And it is the boss's turn again. So it is going to wail on Finn.
Oh, boy.
That's a miss, I believe.
Yes.
And this, oh no, I'm sorry. It doesn't even get the second one. My bad. I didn't even roll that. So it's a miss. That's the end of its turn.
Oh, good.
Cole, it is your turn.
Let's see. How much of a distance do I have? Let's move up to here. And going to start pelting him with javelins again.
All right.
A little a little worried for what the heck just happened. And he's going to take a -1 penalty to his attack just because of that. Like he is unhinged from exactly what just happened.
Okay. That is a miss.
You
He takes 5 damage. Let's use an encounter ability. Why not? That still is a miss. 5 damage.
All right. It is staggered.
Wow. Okay.
Went through some hell apparently in that other realm.
Maybe it's just really weak but fast. That could happen.
The boss golem is going to roll to disengage at a -1. Ba-dum-bum. It fails, so it's going to attack Cole and take 2 attacks of opportunity. 3, actually, because I believe Baby Junior gets attacks of opportunity as well. That's a miss.
All right. Eh.
That's a miss.
Come on, baby Junior.
That's
Yeah!
a hit! Baby Junior grabs onto his rump.
Oh boy.
Doing the
I am
paw bridge
fucking up
shuffle.
this wolf.
And it's kind of fitting that a wolf would have the reflexes to do that, and it's going to attack Cole. So that is a miss, I believe.
Yes, yep.
It's going to roll its second attack. That is a critical, so that is 20 points of damage.
Okay.
Hits you butt good, it does. All right, escalation die is at a 2. And Keen Stormsire, that's your turn.
How are you doing there, Piff?
You
doing okay?
Not too. I'm staggered. You can tell that.
You are staggered. Okay.
I'm gonna help you.
Yeah. I am going to shoot at the dude. Just regular shot. I am not aiming. So 18 plus 2, no extra damage, no extra miss damage,
That's
5 damage. Yeah.
Alright.
I am going to use my quick action to take out a champion tier potion, and I'm going to move up to next to Cole.
Okay.
So if he wants, he can grab it from me.
All right. Is that it?
Yes.
Jarek, it is your turn.
Alright, free action, Wave of Decay kicks in on the golem. That's going to be an extra 4 damage on top of that, so 36 negative energy damage on the golem.
Awesome. It looks really, really hurt.
Ooh.
How hurt are we
Sounds
talking
bad.
here?
Yeah, enough to make it kneel.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh.
That's going to be the most, well, you know what? We gotta have some dramatic theater with that. Jarek might have taken damage, but he's gotta have some fun here. Let's use a standard action first and see what kind of fun we can have here. It's gonna be targeting 2 nearby enemies, so it'll just be 1 nearby enemy. I'm just gonna target the golem with a lightning bolt. And for the lightning bolt attack, let me go ahead and make that attack. And get the fuck on my fucking bar. Let's see, it's at a +6 for the fight. That's a
Jesus.
36 versus physical defense. That'll be 61 lightning damage because of the extra +4 I have.
You blast it away. You blow off its top part, and the legs fall over.
Jarek doesn't really understand what the hell transpired, the disappearing and reappearing, but he figures if he just coats the thing with enough lightning and blows the clay to bits, as
That'll
it
do
courses over it, he figures maybe it won't reappear.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It seems solid.
Is it dead for sure this time?
There's nothing but legs, so the legs might be able to attack, but
Is it dead for sure this time? Finn's like looking around at the
Jarek
others.
has hit it with so much lightning that the top part of it just does not exist anymore.
I'm still scared of these legs, okay?
Well, then, from where I'm from, most things need 2 parts of the body. Considering Jarek took off 1 half, I think we might be okay.
Okay, I'll take it.
Can you still hear us now?
No response.
Well, maybe you can, maybe you can't. So I guess the question is, what do we do next now, guys?
I'd like to stay here, take some time. Maybe there might be something in the notes about how to reposition or utilize this dragon cannon. Might have some studying to do.
Okay, yeah. We might be able to lure Nye over here. This is his special little workshop, right? If he is still around, he might come back here, or he might come back if he knows we're fucking with this shit. Do you hear that, Nye? If you can hear us, we're gonna take all your stuff. Okay, there's only one entrance to this place, right, GM?
Correct, but there are several windows all around. It's basically like, think of it as the top floor, the wall is only about waist high, and everything else is just open sky and pillars and a roof.
Okay.
And at that, as for that, Olivia limps over to one of them and looks down below, and then says in a weak voice that the dragons the gnolls are slaughtering what's left down there.
Good. We'll keep an eye on the windows, make sure no flying golems get their asses over here. I'll keep an eye on the exit. Jarek, you take as much time as you need, man.
All right.
Well, that was anachronistic.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. I'm going to start looking through these tables, desks, as well as studying the mechanisms, and I am willing to spend however long it takes, even the rest of the party leaves. I need a user manual. How to dragon cannon.
Unfortunately for you, you are not going to find any such written manual. You find all kinds of things,
That's
but
fine.
you find no written manual that seems
Yeah, that's cool. I'll think about that later. I need to pick out that wand and start trying to figure out how to channel my magic or whatever sort of focus to move and rotate this dragon cannon.
All right. I'm not going to make you roll for it. You try and nothing happens.
Okay. I tried really hard.
Okay. And nothing happens.
All right. Well, it's time to start eyeing all the valves and mechanisms on this control device here.
All right. You know what? Give me an intelligence check on that one, because it is valves and mechanisms.
Sure. I'll give you
No.
an intelligence
Everyone
check.
knows a good valve.
I don't suppose I have any background that applies to high
No,
scale
this is
mechanic cannons.
completely alien to you. Yeah.
All right.
All right. It is completely alien to you. They look like knobs and switches, and you can mess with them, but you wouldn't have any idea what they would do without
I
you.
forgot to explain that. That was actually me rolling a fate point there to re-roll that.
Got it. All right. All right. Let me think. Because you did pass a checkpoint. You can determine that there is a giant wheel in the center that appears to align the cannon. However, the rest of it is so complex that while you can align the cannon, it appears that there is something missing that actually makes it work.
Like what?
That part, you have no idea. There's just something there. This entire thing is missing something.
Okay. Jarek puts the wand and takes the wand out.
Okay, nothing happens.
Jarek begins spinning the wheel.
The cannon starts rotating.
All right. Jarek takes some time with the wheel to try to get a hold on spinning the dragon cannon, seeing how long it takes to rotate.
Okay. You even, with some time, you even figure out how to get it to raise and lower. So you can position it almost where you want, though you have apparently no way of telling where it's aiming at particularly or how to make it fire.
It's fine. It's cool. Then we'll just start fiddling with buttons on the control mechanism to see what happens.
All right, roll me a percentage die.
Oh.
Okay, nothing happens.
Well, that's not going to stop Jarek. Surely those bells and whistles didn't do anything, but this other valve or lever might do something.
Can't wait for you to accidentally fire this thing. It hits like this farmer's crop, and you're like, and that, Timmy, is how we lost the farm.
All right, here's what I'm going to do to make things a bit simplistic. I'm going to give you 5 rolls of a percentage die. Because obviously we can't just let you roll for until eternity, because eventually you'll do something. So we'll say 5 rolls, not including the one you just did. And if something happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen that 5 times, you just aren't going to make it work. That is not going to make it work.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Jarek can spend days here.
Okay.
So what does the party want to do? Sorry. Yeah. What do we want to do? Well, we can discuss. I mean, because Jarek has made his intentions known as far as starting this dragon cannon. I personally, this is just players speaking to the group. I personally don't think it's. I think it's a pretty wise idea. I mean, if we just pack up, say victory, we've left a fully functioning dragon cannon here, right? Sure, we should probably check on the dragon. Sure, there might not be a fuel source, right? But still a weapon that's just waiting for like more energy. You know what I mean? Plus, Nye isn't here yet. It's still very, very much a threat. We should deal with this threat. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm fine with that plan. I don't think it's really good to keep around.
Yeah.
For sure. We can't have this slip back into Nye's hands. You know what I mean? Like, imagine how much time and resources he spent on building this thing. At the very least, we have to figure out how to, like, irreparably destroy it if we can't figure it out, right? But in the meantime, while Jarek is fiddling around with this, do you think we should check on the dragons? I know Olivia's probably chomping at the bit. And then Knowles are finishing off those golems, which is great.
Would you want to squeeze?
Yes, she is. Now that the battle and the main threat is over, she is kind of succumbing to her wounds, and she's leaning on you quite heavily. But she looks down and she says, "The battle won't take much longer, but I would like to go see my people." Yes.
Okay. I'll pick her up and carry her.
All right. She's, with all her pride, she's not going to stop you.
Yeah.
She will say this, though, as you carry her, and she'll stop you and say, "Thank you, all of you. This would have been very different without your help."
It's all a part of the job.
Yeah, we that's one thing that I've learned, I guess you could say, Olivia, is that you can't be selfish, and a younger me wouldn't see reasons to help other people, but really you help others because in a way it helps you as well. We're kind of in all this together, right?
She nods and she says, "I am not a leader of my people, but I will impress upon them the importance of allying with you. I will keep my promise."
Please do.
Because this whole canon thing, this would only be the beginning if this Azale has his way, right?
She
They're
nods.
like, just don't be like the Lich King. That's all we ask, because you can only handle one of those right now.
Yep.
So he starts to carry her out. Now, you have all the time you want in this room to search it. There's still lots of places to search if you choose to.
Well, Pearson wouldn't be comfortable just having Jarek up here by himself in case something came in, right?
Right.
So I'm thinking at least Pearson would hang back with Jarek, and he would search through this entire room from top to bottom, use maybe some of his background to try to find hidden places, that sort of thing. And then the rest of the party can do what they like. But I am comfortable not going down to talk with the dragons or the gnolls or anything like that. I am comfortable just staying up here with Jarek, even if I'm missing out on some roleplay opportunities. That's fine by me.
All right. Piff and Finn, or I guess Cole and Finn.
Yeah, I'm down to just staying here. I have no interest in visiting with the dragons.
Cole is in an odd mood, cross-legged, looking at his right hand and kind of moving individual fingers and just kind of staring at it.
Here's a good question. Mentally, is Cole wondering, like, to himself what happened?
Yeah, for the most part.
All right. Your gauntlets, who you've always felt are a thing and alive, but have never spoken to you, speak to your thoughts for the first time. And it explains in the only way to say it is a random voice. It has dips and pitch changes in the most random cadences. but it speaks to you, and it seems rather happy, and it says that what you summoned was a globe of disorientation, and its effect is it transfers a creature to a plane of absolute darkness for, I'll just tell you in game mechanics, for a period of 3 turns. And in this plane of absolute darkness, there is a chance that the creature summoned there will go mad because it's in a plane of complete darkness in that time. It might come back fine, it might come back mentally unstable, it might go completely mad and never come back at all.
He's going to ask, what about Finn?
It laughs and says, I felt like it was the right thing to do at the time.
And he's still going to be generally in that same thing. He looks a bit more mentally stable, but he looks like he's still staring at his hand.
Just to note, I think, I don't know, is it okay if I do something with Cole real quick?
Fine by me.
Okay, because I think Finn would actually just, like, during this downtime, like, sitting next to Cole, like, after a moment go, so, did I, like, appear during, like, a battle you guys were having, or did I just go crazy on top of Kip?
No, you were here.
Looks like my gauntlets is a... how you say... a prankster.
Prankster. Okay. Okay. Can your gauntlets hear me? I don't really care.
Can you
Fuck
hear Finn?
you.
Cole, in your mind, you hear a tittering.
Well, at least I know I'm not totally crazy.
Well, hopefully some lightheartedness will come in handy.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm just tired.
Just a bit abrupt is all.
Yeah.
With that, Olivia will ask Kip to fly her and Keen down. I assume you're going with Olivia, yes, Bern?
Yes.
All right. Ask Kip to fly them down, and Kip at first goes, "Can I stay here? They're just gonna yell at me." And you hear Kip, and so Kip flies off with the 3 of you.
Okay.
And then we'll deal with you guys in a second. I do want to. I assume Cole, or maybe not Cole, but Finn and Pearson, you are going to be, or are you going to be searching the room just in idle time, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
Then here is what you find, and it's a plethora of stuff. You find over here is where most of the stuff you find is. On these 2 tables is a variety of experiments, dead reptiles, and other bits and pieces of flesh and tubes and vials of whatever you cannot make aware. Over here, though, much more fascinating things. You find a fairly good-sized chest below the table that is full of... hang on a second. I know math well. Alright,
It's full of math.
Ew.
Fuck that. Ew, gross.
I
I
don't
don't know
want
like
that.
that.
No.
it is, if you take the
just-
time to count it, and Finn is quite adept at counting money,
Oh, I'm very good.
3,750 gold coins.
Wow.
And there is a note scratched on it in a absent-minded scrawl that says miscellaneous funds.
Ooh.
You know what? I want to keep that note. I
How-
want to study his writing.
Okay.
How much was that again?
3,750 gold coins.
Are you
Nice.
putting that? Do we have a group loot thing?
Yeah.
Or do we? Okay, cool. Just I'm making sure. You know.
On the
Thomas
table,
placed 3,700. Yeah.
on the table, you also find a mismatch of all sorts of weird and strange items, but you do find several magical items. and I will give you their descriptions. Of course, not their quirks until someone decides they want one. So here's what you find. First, you find a hang on. Yes, you find a belt of giant health. This belt it can be fitted onto anyone, but it is larger than a normal belt. It's about twice the width of a normal belt. And what it does is it is a champion tier magical item that increases your recoveries by 2. And in addition, one bonus recovery by this particular belt is giant sized. You get to roll d12s instead of your normal recovery dice when you spend it.
Out of curiosity, would I be able to be like a Japanese anime character and just have a bunch of belts on me?
No, unfortunately, you
What?
the magical items are divided up. They call them chakras,
Slots.
but the
Yeah.
easiest way is that you only have one favorite belt, and it's magical because it is your favorite. The second it stops being your favorite belt, it is no longer magical. So you
Well,
only have one.
but the belt I'm wearing is my fucking favorite belt,
Yeah.
so it's not going anywhere.
You
I love you,
also
Belle.
find another champion magical artifact called Wing Shoes with a recharge of 11. You can fly for the next 1d3 rounds.
Dibs.
Now, basically, these shoes literally have little wings on them
Dibs.
that seem to fly.
Yours.
And the last thing that you find is a wizard's hat of conjuration. Now, this looks like almost like what you think is a stereotypical kind of witch's hat, very wide brimmed, and the point kind of flops over. But in this hat, once per day, you can pull out a useful non-magical common item out of this hat. The item must be able to fit through the brim of the hat, so you couldn't pull out a siege engine or a horse. You could, though, produce a sword, a length of chain, a saw, or a delicate vase decorated with salacious paintings of frolicking kobolds. The hat can also produce small living creatures like rabbits or cats or doves, or maybe even the aforementioned frolicking kobolds. No, I'm not going to tell you the quirk.
Aforementioned frolicking kobolds.
It said you could pull out a vase with frolicking kobolds painted on it, or you could actually pull out the frolicking kobolds.
I love how you just
DM?
stopped after that. You're like, I can't say anything else.
Is this champion tier?
This is definitely champion tier, yes. So basically, yeah, once per day or once per every full heal up, you can pull out pretty much any common item you can think of that would fit through that hat. That's non-magical.
That brings me to just a clarification point. So when an ability or a power, like I have an ability that says once per day, is it literally the day cycle in this world, or is it per full heal up?
The book generally likes to treat it as a full heal up, but they use a day because it's kind of up to my discretion. I tend to say per full heal up.
Daily comes from Dungeons and Dragons 4th
Yeah.
edition, from which one of the lead designers of this also worked on 4E, so it's familiar lingo, which is why they say daily.
It's familiar lingo, I agree, but it's very counterintuitive
It is.
for players who don't know. So I'm going to literally change that per heal up, once per full heal up roll. Because, I mean, it'll just be... Because it literally says in the description once per day, right? But
Right.
it's not really once per day. It's just... I think that's poor design choice, but that's just my opinion. You didn't design it.
I actually agree with you. No, I agree. That's a good. Oh, hang on. Let me edit this message because I put the quirk there accidentally. There we go. All right. I'm putting the descriptions in Skype for everyone.
All right.
Okay.
So there's the wizard's hat. There's the winged shoes, and the where was the other one? Oh, yes, the belt of giant health. All right. So you find the gold and those 3 magical items, and that's about all that you find that is of use, which is quite a bit. But everything else, you're either not sure what it does, or it looks like just random clutter that you would find in such a place.
Oh, if once we leave this place, if we ever leave this place for good, I'm burning everything. Everything. He doesn't get his stuff back anymore. That's not how that works. But okay, cool.
All right. Is there anything Finn, Pearson, Cole, or Jarek you want to do while you're up here?
I can't think of anything right now. Go ahead. If I come up with anything, I'll bring it up when I'm called upon again.
All right.
I'm pursuing my angle. So there's no need to ask me what I'm doing.
Got it.
I'm staying committed to that.
Got it. Keen, you,
Mhm.
Kip, and Olivia glide gently down to what is now become a field of littered golems and gnolls. None of the dragons seem to have died. In fact, they seem to have slaughtered things. There are many, many dead gnolls, though, and out of the army of 200, it appears there's about 75 left.
Damn.
The front of the secret entrance is absolutely covered with piles of golems and gnolls. Once you get down, the dragons look at you and Olivia transforms back into her full size, and they speak. You hear what they're saying, but I'm just going to paraphrase to make it quick. They ask what has happened and what's been going on, and Olivia explains it to them, and many of them are kind of in denial, but some of the older ones say that this is troubling, but thank you, daughter, for everything you have done. Where's Fang? She describes what happened to Fang. And one of the larger dragons says that these events are most troubling. We should form a council, and you should bring your friends.
Okay.
And that's the gist of the conversation. So that's that.
All right. I will ask Kip to possibly, help me up. If not, I can make the trek up to the top of the mountain.
Kip
Hill.
kind of rolls his eyes and then says, "Come on."
Okay.
I think his dragon honor has gone out the window by now.
I'm just trying to be nice.
Oh, I know. He flies you back up to the room.
And you guys will see Keen kind of walk through the door, and I will ask each of you. The dragons want to form a council and have us there. They want to speak with us.
Okay,
Sure.
sounds fair.
Yeah.
Jarek, do you wish to stay here or go? Do I get a
Oh
response out of
shit!
Jarek?
I think he's BRB right now.
All right.
Oh, okay. Well,
We can wait for him. But you guys
You
can
know
actually
what?
discuss. Yeah.
you know what? Why don't we take just a quick 5-minute break for everybody?
Sure. We can do that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I need to feed the cats. It's like
I gotta
Meow,
urinate.
meow, meow, meow,
Yeah.
meow, meow,
Yeah.
meow.
I was gonna combine
I
those
gotta
two,
feed
and
the
I realized
toilet.
that would be a horrible idea. Yeah, exactly. I was like,
yeah.
Huh. All right. Yeah, we'll take a quick 5-minute break. Everyone will be back in a few.
We'll be back.
Me too.
All right. There we go. All right. We are back. Is everyone back?
Grimmy? No, he's
Grim?
not back yet.
All right.
He's not back yet.
We'll
we'll
shoot the breeze
just-
for a bit.
We'll
I don't
just,
think Grim is back either.
Damn.
Manners?
Hmm.
Actually, sorry.
No, I don't know what to do because we can continue on and
Well,
then
this is
when
my
they get
suggestion.
back-
When Kranich comes back and if Grimmeth is still gone, I say we just continue on with the council scene, and then, Grimmeth can say he was there or he wasn't there.
Right.
Yeah,
Fair enough,
exactly.
right?
That makes perfect sense.
Hello.
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 Hi.
Welcome
Would you
back.
like some crumpets?
Now,
Would you
now
like
I
some
would.
crumpets? No? All right.
I would because I'm Winston Churchill. Would you like to
Oh,
wear
wow.
knickers? I would because I'm Winston Churchill. Imagine I'm wiggling my butt every time I say Winston Churchill.
Oh God, sleep sketching those Olivia and
Over the
Fang
top.
fighting is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was fucking sweet.
You know what would be hilarious if Fang was born and he didn't have any teeth, and so his parents named him that ironically, or they had the idea of they're like, you know what we're gonna call him? We're gonna call him Fang. He's gonna sound like a badass. It's gonna be great. He's born. He has no teeth. They're like, fuck, shit.
I was just as worried as you were for a while, Burn, because I like Olivia, but if I didn't give it the chance, where's the tension?
I know, but holy shit,
20,
those
20,
crits.
20. I know.
Yeah.
You know what though? It makes perfect sense. Fang was a monster. So
Yeah, he was.
but well done. All right. So what we'll do is, for now, and we'll retcon it if we need to, we'll say that Jarek is focused on the apparatus.
Yeah.
And
those are his final intentions.
right. And everyone else, are you going to go to this council? The council's going to be like, you've got a few hours at least.
Yeah.
The dragons
Let's
have
just walk our way down.
So, okay, you guys go down. I don't have a map for it or anything. We'll just use Theater
Yeah.
of the Mind. You guys go down, and once you get down there, it actually takes about an hour to climb down the mountain or walk down the path to the below. There is actually a path on the inside, so you're not actually walking outside the mountain and all the way around it. You actually just walk down the inside crater of what used to be a volcano. I guess technically is a volcano because there's lava on the bottom. You get to where the dragons were chained up, and the remaining dragons, of which you see 12, there were more, but they're not there. You don't know. Actually, Olivia would tell you they have gone to scout out the rest of the island and look for other golems.
Okay.
And when you arrive, you see the biggest of the dragons. There is a red dragon, a blue dragon, and a black dragon. They are seated at basically the head of all the other dragons. And they are as big as Fang was. They are huge.
What colors are they?
Red, blue, and green.
Sweet.
I'm sorry,
I
red, blue,
interrupted
and
you.
Red, blue, and
red,
black,
blue, and black
is what
sorry.
you said.
Red, blue, and black.
Oh, Inferno, you fool. All right, thank you.
And when you guys arrive, the red dragon, who's in the middle of them, nods his head to you and he says, "From what I understand, we have you to thank."
I've been talking so much in character. I'm willing to give the right of way to like Keen or one of you other guys if you actually want to be the ones directly interacting.
Yes, you owe us.
What?
Olivia is literally going to rib you with her elbow and say, "You are talking to the eldest dragon in the world. Show some respect."
I'm so glad I didn't speak.
I, as a player, 100% agree with what Keen said.
Are you going to be with us, Grim Graham?
Grim, I was going to let you know.
No,
y-
Jarek's staying up here.
All right, you staying up there. I will say that in the time you're fiddling around with it, you are coming to, well, I'm not going to tell your character the conclusion they come to, but this kind of technology, you might be able to understand it if you spend years on it. This is the crowning achievement of a demon scientist who has been studying this stuff for centuries. And with your intellect, you might be able to wrap your mind around it in a few years, maybe a decade.
It seems able. I'm sure the gnomes and their bazaars might have some books about something.
That's possible too. All right, so after Olivia ribs Keen, the red dragon tilts his head
Sorry.
and he holds up a claw and he says, "I am admittedly not familiar with human ways, so I will agree not to be offended if you agree the same."
Yeah, yeah. I agree.
I have only heard the briefest of tales from Olivia of what is partaking in our world. I would appreciate it if you could fill in the gaps.
Oh boy. Do you want me to say it, or do you want me to
paraphrase it.
I'm
not going to make
paraphrase
you. Yeah, we'd be here an hour. You can paraphrase it.
I'm going to paraphrase as much as I can. I'm going to keep out the fact that we opened the portals.
Well, here's a good
idea.
question. How are you going? Are you going to be going about this with a flourish? Are you going to be just listing straight facts? Are you going to be doing it in a pleading sort of way? How do you want your character to?
I'm just going to be listing the straight facts.
Okay. When you're done,
that's just how he would be.
you obviously leave out who opened the portals. Are you going to tell them that you're the only group that can beat Azil permanently, or?
Yes.
Okay. After you finish your tale, the dragons around you murmur, and of course they murmur a lot. When they tell of the fall of Whitebridge, when you tell of the mother, and most importantly, when you tell of the Moonstone and the effect it had on the dragons and the dragon cannon. When you're done, the three elders put their heads together, and they don't talk, but they stare at each other for a long time, and you can feel like there is words being conveyed that you cannot hear. And after a time, the Red looks back to you and he says, "It is a troubling tale you tell. Obviously, I will send dragons out to confirm what can be confirmed, but I cannot believe that you would go through this much trouble to help us and then lie. If this Azil is as powerful as you say, powerful enough to threaten this entire world, then perhaps it is time for us to come out of our seclusion." And with that, you hear lots of murmurs and even some angry grunts, like, what have they ever done for us? And, it's not our place. And he holds up a hand again, and he says, "There is not a dragon in this room save Olivia who can question what these mortals have done for us. Unless you would rather still be sleeping in your own drool in a chain." And that seemed to quiet everyone down a bit. And he looks back to you and he says, "I would not call us allies, for dragons are not keen on being told where to go or what to do, but we are your friends. And when you need us, call upon us."
Thank you.
And he says, "But fear not, we are not going to sit around and do nothing. We will fight this menace, but we will fight it in our own way. That leaves one final thing to decide." And he points up to the cannon. "That abomination, which stole the lives of my people. I know nothing about it. The way I see it, there are two options. We destroy it, or we defend it. I'm willing to do either, though I am interested in hearing your opinions on which."
Should we have an out of character discussion in regards to this, and then switch to in character, guys?
Yeah. I was going to ask him, do you mind if I talk to the rest of my group?
He would say, "Do as you must. This is an important choice."
And out of character.
Okay. So clearly, there's advantages to both, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm thinking of boiling this sucker down to brass tacks. This thing can't shoot through different universes. It can only attack things that are on Ardenfell. So, do we want a weapon, or we do want a weapon to still exist that can destroy something on Ardenfell? I can think of a few applications where it could be very helpful, but it feeds on dragons, right?
Yeah.
So it would require some, and as we found out through what Squeed told Grimmeth, it would take years to figure it out how he operated, and I think even further years on figuring out to have a magic source that doesn't involve killing dragons, right?
Yeah.
Fair assumption?
I don't think that's
So
necessarily the case. I think
No?
that the dragon cannon itself was being tilted to be used on the dragons minutes after the moonset had been broken and the dragons broke free of their chains. I'm thinking that there has to be some other possible power besides the dragons themselves, since they were broken free when the moonstone was destroyed. Unless the thing can somehow feed on unchained dragons.
Okay.
It probably just needs to be in the area.
You can be asked, and we would be told that no dragons had their energy sucked out of them after the Moonstone, so you can at least be aware of that.
Okay, so there might be another power source. Okay. So, what do you guys think? Should we keep this thing or destroy it?
All
And
right.
we'd all be for destroying it.
Oh, I would
Here's
want to destroy it.
here's the pros and cons of it. If we get this thing working and whatnot, the things that we can usually fire at are demons. The Lich King seems to be an enemy at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think it can really hit anything in the Underdark, so that is our pretty much only targets. Cons. If this thing is still standing, it is a looming threat even after the war.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's a big power balance car. Holy shit. If someone controls this thing, holy fuck, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty
And-
huge.
Who's
It's
to
way
say
out
the
of our
Lich King-
league.
Who's to say the Lich King can't just go, oh, hey, I have this thing again. Hey, you dragons that are defending this, you're just going to get sapped again. And hey, now I have a dragon cannon. Congratulations. I'd rather just get rid of it. That's me.
As a player, because in character I think I had to think a bit more, but out of character I think I would feel a lot better if it was just gone with.
Yeah.
What do you think, Grimmeth?
I think the thing should remain intact.
Any reason other than what we mentioned?
Can't say not particularly, no. The first idea that I had was to try to figure out however long it took to use this on Shadowhold. I thought that would be a more valuable use of my character's time.
Yeah. I really like the idea. Wait, hold up a second. Who says we have to destroy it this very second? It's not like there's a timer ticking on us. You know what I mean? How about, I know this is a little bit of a cake and eat it too, but why don't we hold off on it right now? It's protected for now, right? There's chaos reigning, right? If we can use it before the dragon, if we can use it before the demon war is over, then we use it. If it still exists after the demons are gone, then it gets destroyed. Would that be a happy medium? I mean, right now, who knows about this dragon cannon? Us, the dragons, and the demons, right? Oh, and the Lich King. Shit, he knows about it too, right? But the dragons are here. They're powerful enough. I don't think with all the shit that's going on that they're just going to let another army slip through to take over it, right? So I think it's relatively safe here for now, at least until we get business done.
Well, I don't know. See, if we destroy the cannon, then
Yeah.
the dragons don't really need to be here. They can be
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
They can be out in the world. Just like how the orcs are stuck where they are, they can't really help out because of Lich King. If we have them guard the cannon, they're stuck here.
Well, not all of them, but less
good
of them.
chunk
Yeah.
of them.
We're not going to have them like guard the cannon. The dragons are not going to be commanded around to do what they want. Like they're going to make up their own minds on how much they want to get involved in the campaign world the way it is.
And,
I don't
and
think you're going to
besides-
see
I
a
know.
flight of a few dozen plus dragons like out there, handling things.
in addition, if you think about it, who can even get to this island? Gnomes and dragons.
Lich King. at
How?
He
How?
has a dog.
How?
I say we
He-
destroy. Yeah.
He was able to teleport
Yeah.
away from this place and do it. He can just go, I'm here.
Okay. Jarek has no idea how to operate this thing. Do you think the Lich King does?
Maybe, maybe not, but he has the ability to create a thing that can sap the dragons, and we're back at square one.
Oh no.
I don't think we're going to see like as a player logic, you're not going to see another Moonstone.
I can put in there that, Jarek, you'll at least remember this. It took 20 years for it to have that effect on the dragons.
Like they
No,
moved here 2 decades ago, and then very slowly, like then the dragons became overrode, so that when the demons finally did arrive, the dragons are like, lol, okay.
Seriously, let's think about it. The Lich King also has limited resources, right? Who's on this island right now? 75 gnolls who hate the Lich King, dragons and us and trolls. You know what I mean? No one else is getting here. Sure, the Lich King can teleport here. I say we destroy his little fucking tower. That's one way we can get rid of that. You know what I mean? But fine, the Lich King can what? Teleport himself here? Now he's here with a bunch of dragons who are pissed off about his hand in killing and enslaving them. Despite all of his power, do you think he's going to get past all these dragons to maybe have a shot at figuring this thing out? Or do you think he's busy with now not only the orcs at his doorstep, but now hopefully the alliance that we just shattered, forcing him to help us? Or at least not directly work against us anymore.
Or at least have less resources.
Exactly. I think it's extremely unlikely. Like I said, I'm not saying we keep this thing around forever at all. I'm just giving the possibility of if we have the potential of using this against our enemies, and once our enemies are no longer enemies, they're gone, then we destroy it so it doesn't go into anyone else's hands. I think that's a pretty good idea. I think it covers our bases. But I'm all down with putting in a vote. I just thought I'd get, I always like to find a third option, a third way, right? Destroy, keep, keep, then destroy.
I was going to ask real quick, because, I noticed this with the Lich King. When you guys were out of character discussion, and then you went back and there was new information introduced, and you had to go back out. Because when the dragons would have input to this, would you prefer to do it that way, or would you rather me just tell you that so you can keep deciding?
Tell us the input.
Yeah.
All right.
We better
what you would say, when you're talking about this, basically you would the head dragon would tell you that he would ask, do you think, as long as the war is going on, if it is an asset that would help our side and hurt the enemy, he's fine defending it. But if you want his dragons here defending it, then that they're not going to be out in the world. But more importantly, after the war is over, the dragons don't care what or who does anything with the cannon, because it's not really a threat to them because they're nomads, and they're not going to waste time protecting it, which means that it's going to be abandoned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which means we're definitely going to have to destroy it at the end, so someone else doesn't just grab it. Oh no, I don't think it would kill us to just keep a sworn secret between us. Don't tell anyone else about this dragon cannon. And then it'll be our epilogue if we ever succeed in this.
Well, there's a few other people who know about the cannon.
Who else?
Lady.
Oh,
Lady
fuck. Yeah, and who else knows about that shit?
Lich King.
Well, yeah, we already talked about the Lich King now. Okay. Do you guys want to talk any more about this, or should we just cast our vote?
I think we've got enough information to have an educated vote.
Okay.
Press 1 if you'd like to destroy the cannon.
No.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay. This is a
he's-
big... Go ahead.
In character, he's going to be completely against it. I'm just putting that out there. Out of character, I can see the logic. I would like to use this against the Lich King, if at all possible. But it's going to take a very long time in order to learn this. And do all that. And that's basically Grim Graham staying here while we...
No. Grimmith
or-
said himself it could be like a side quest or something like that. Grimmith himself said, well, maybe the gnomes know something about it, right? Like, your intention, Grimmith, isn't to keep Jarek here for the rest of the campaign, is it? Okay.
Because this will still take time no matter what. So
Just so you guys know, so it doesn't sway your opinion one way or the other. And Grim, if you really felt that was what Jarek would do, I can always have you roll another character and run with him while Jarek's doing this. So I don't want that to be what makes people choose one way or the other.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay.
Like he would still be alive, but he would be here.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have to breathe or eat or anything.
It would just be something Grim and I can work out, yeah. But as far as everyone else is concerned, don't let that be the yay or nay part of it.
Okay. So then I guess my final question is that regardless of what we decide on, if we all cast a vote, are we all comfortable with the results?
No.
You know what I mean? No. Okay. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's all I had. No.
No. No, it's
Okay.
not comfortable.
So this has kind of been our mistake before. We just go with group vote and then we just go on, right? Not just making the assumption that, well, everyone voted, then you have to be you have to be cool with the results. Okay. So if we just took a vote, Grimmeth, you'd be quite displeased, right? Just being outvoted, right?
I mean, I would get over it as I have with every other situation. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just one player, but that's just my opinion, and I obviously am going to be aggravated if my opinion is not the one that is seen with the vote.
Okay, I understand.
There's no way you're going to be able to appease me in that situation, which is perfectly fine. Logical Grimmeth understands that.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. That's good. Because I'm like, I need to take some mediation classes. But no, come on. You know exactly what the deal is. All right. So you're not happy with it. You wouldn't be happy about it. That'd be a lie. But it's not going to, sabotage the campaign. It's not going to be fuck everything, right?
Tables will not be flipped.
Well, me flipping a table wouldn't do a whole lot with you folks on the internet.
Yeah, I know. It'd just be Grimmeth flipped his own table. I hope he likes cleaning up his own mess. All right.
That's what the manservant is for.
All right.
All right,
anyway.
then shall we vote, or do you guys want to?
No, I think we've jotted about this the most. Are we missing anything, guys? Granners,
Missing anything?
Peppykins?
I as a player and a character, I don't have that many stakes in here. If somebody else has really strong opinions about it, I'm willing to wane.
Yeah, that's kind of the same boat I'm in.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
I have a casual vote, but it looks like there's some strong feelings going around here.
Right, exactly.
Well, see, this is what happens with Inferno, is that I make strong arguments, but my own actual personal feelings, I just sometimes like coming up with other ways. So I am fine with I'm fine with any option. If however the vote goes, I'm cool with it. Whatevs, right? I can make it work. So I'm not as passionate as my verbiage implies. Okay, let's break this down to brass tacks. If we're all to vote right now, there's a really good chance we're going to destroy this thing, isn't there?
No.
Oh. No?
No. In character, my guy would vote to destroy it. Out of character, I'm fine with destroying it at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where my vote would go.
Okay. All right, so is there any way for you to resolve your out of character with your in character at all, do you think, Burr? Maybe
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Can I bring it up with Olivia and bring her in?
You can if you wish, yes.
And ask her,
She will say that she sees both sides of the argument. If she were to let her feelings be her judge, the thing murdered her father and she would rather rip it from the ground. But the world is at threat, and she would not want to put her personal feelings in front of what is best for the world. The only thing she would caution is, if you leave it here, either you ask that only a few dragons guard it, which is more vulnerable, but you have more dragons out there actually fighting the demons, or you ask that a lot of dragons guard it, which means it's less vulnerable, but there's less of a force out there fighting the demons, and that is simply a decision you would have to make. But other than that, she says that both sides have a very good argument, and she does not have the wisdom to choose one or the other.
Then there you go. That's what resolved it.